Good afternoon. Phil Lindeman with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. Election day came and went, and now the work starts.
I put all my efforts into getting elected, and now I'll put all my efforts into getting up to speed with all the systems and how everything works.
That was Tony Scalise, one of two newcomers on Dillon Town Council. He joins incumbent Renee Imimura, serving her second term.
I like to help as any way I can and give my perspective, and it's good to get new people on the council to have their perspective and their ideas.
In Breckenridge, the biggest race, Dillon was first runner-up, and she would run again.
I definitely didn't do this for me. I did this to be a voice for people in our community who aren't currently represented.
9 of 3 council members are brand new to the job. They inherit a whole lot of good, like record tax revenue and tourism, and a whole lot of challenge. In Silverthorne, Aaron Young, owner of Red Buffalo Coffee, promises to play hardball with CDOT to finally fix Exit 205.
I have a lot of experience with multi-jurisdictional intergovernmental agreements, and I'm not afraid to keep pushing and being the underdog.
Scalise in Dillon wants progress on the town's ambitious Town Core Master Plan, updated in 2019, but first written in the mid-2000s.
It's going to be a great plan for a walking neighborhood where you won't need all these cars. I really like the plan.
Short-term rentals remain a messy topic, but returning Councilman Andy Held in Frisco believes his town has regulations under control.
At this point, I can't see any real, regulation or moratorium or anything coming down on short-term rentals.
Speaking of rentals, they just got more expensive in Silverthorne and Frisco. Voters in both towns approved excise taxes, adding 5% and 6% to short-term rentals. Councilman Held.
100% of those funds will be going towards workforce housing.
This generates $1.5 million every year in Frisco, $2.4 million in Silverthorne. This week on the State of Summit, we're talking about the crane seen round the county in downtown Dillon.
Currently, Uptown 240 is, I think we all have noticed, it's been quite dormant as of late.
That was Dillon Town Manager Nathan Johnson. One of the town's most promising developments became its biggest eyesore when COVID killed funding. Developers are still struggling to find a backer.
I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Uptown 240, and quite frankly, we all want to see this project be built out or to move on from the current state of affairs.
Returning Councilwoman Renee Imimura is holding on to hope.
We're all hopeful that there'll be a miracle and they'll get the lending and they'll go forward with the project, because that would be the best case scenario.
But that big red crane looms over town council chambers.
If it doesn't go forward, we are, by August or sooner, that crane will have to come down.
Krystal 93 contacted developer Danilo Adarbargo. Our messages were not returned. Tune in again next week for The State of Summit on Krystal 93. And in local sports, brought to you by Red Mountain Autos at their new location in Breckenridge. Summit High Boys and Girls Lacrosse are hosting Denver North today. The boys are still hunting for their first win of the season. Phil Lindeman with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.